Yo, what's up, guys? So today I wanted to talk about LooksMaxxing and give some LooksMaxxing advice and break it down in a way that you've maybe never heard it before. So think of LooksMaxxing like a tree. You got the roots, then you got the trunk, and then you got the branches. Now, what would be the roots? What would be the foundation when it comes to LooksMaxxing? And I would say the foundation of your outward physical appearance is actually the spiritual state of you as a man or as a woman. If your spiritual state is all messed up, chances are you're not going to look very good on the physical, on your outward physical appearance. So the first thing you got to do, and this is really something that you should be doing if you're trying to maximize your outward physical appearance, is work on the spiritual. Now, we can talk all day about, meditating or some bullshit like that, but let me talk about some actual tangible things you can do to improve your spiritual state of well-being. And these things will also improve your physical state of well-being and just improve you in general. I want to just briefly talk about 3 practices you can practice that will, in my opinion, improve your spiritual life and have time after time improved my spiritual life, spiritual strength, improve my relationship with God, all that stuff. So the 3 things would be fasting, no-fap, and working out. So for fasting, I practice intermittent fasting, which means I fast for the beginning of the day and then usually break the fast around 6, 7, 8 p.m. every day. So I skip breakfast and lunch every day. I'm not saying you need to do that, but fasting, introduce some level of fasting into your life, guys. Whether that means fasting for the first 4 hours of the day, whether that means fasting for a whole day, whether that means fasting for 3 days, or fasting for the beginning of the day every day like I do, skipping breakfast and lunch. Fasting is an extremely important spiritual practice talked about in almost every religion. Obviously, I'm a Christian, but whatever religion you practice, chances are you can experience some benefits through fasting. What is fasting going to do? It's going to cleanse you. It's going to be a detox. It's going to get you to be more focused on the spirit and the spiritual and less focused on the flesh. Having said that, you can still have a great, muscular, masculine, physical appearance while fasting, which I do, obviously. Of course, I'm not the biggest guy, but I'm above average in terms of muscularity, I'd say. But having said that, I fast every single day a little bit. So fasting, however you want to practice fasting, whatever works for you. Next one would be no-fap. This means holding on to your seed, holding on to your sexual energy, preserving your sexual energy and not rubbing one out to a stupid porn video that's just going to leave you guilty, depressed, ashamed, low energy, just feeling like shit after you do that. I find the longer I go on no-fap, the stronger my spiritual becomes, the more close I feel connected to God, better karma, just everything works, everything flows when you're practicing no-fap, when you're choosing not to jerk off, not to watch porn, not to release your seed to nonsense, except for being married to a woman or a wife or whatever, basically. But hey, whatever you believe in and stuff. But the point is not making a habit out of watching porn or jerking off, trying to do that as infrequently as possible and trying to avoid that as much as possible, which is what no-fap is. I think that has a lot of benefits. And the third one, which is basically just common sense, working out, going to the gym, lifting weights, doing machines, running, playing sports, whatever exercise you like to do, doing that, okay? So those would be my 3 foundational spiritual practices that I would practice that will obviously improve your general physical appearance. And they are fasting, no-fap, and working out. Those are the 3 biggest things that I think have the most bang for your buck in terms of improving the spiritual. But obviously something like working out obviously improves the physical, obviously. And then fasting also. Fasting will give you better internal health, cleaner skin, more sharp, more mentally alert, all that stuff. So I could probably just stop the video here and it would probably be a pretty good video if you're willing to take my advice, fasting, no-fap, and working out. But I want to go into just a little bit more. So once you've covered the spiritual, once you have a strong spiritual foundation, and once you're doing everything that you should be doing, I'm sure there's some things I've missed. We all have different, spiritual beliefs we believe in. Those are the ones I believe in the most. But once you've covered the spiritual and you have a good foundation and your spiritual is where it needs to be, now you can get into the small little details, the facial cleanser creams, brushing your teeth, getting super white teeth, teeth whitening mouthwash, hair gel, haircuts, tanning cream, wearing clothes that match your physique, all that stuff. And I mean, I could just go into all the little things I do, but I think you guys get the point. Just the superficial. But I'd say focus on the spiritual first, and then worry about the superficial, like getting clear skin, using tanner if you want to, which I personally use, which doesn't show up very well, but whatever, I do that. Getting haircuts often, using gel if you want to, getting white teeth. And then also there's certain supplements you can take that will improve, your physical appearance, like turmeric. It cleanses your body. And then natural testosterone boosters, I find, will give you a more masculine appearance, more attractive if that's something that's your goal. So that's my video, guys. I don't want to make it too long. But yeah, those are just my basic tips for LooksMaxxing. Start with the spiritual, get your spiritual foundation sorted out, and then worry about the nitty gritty, the superficial outward appearance, the skin layer stuff, But that's my advice for LooksMaxxing. It starts with the spiritual, and then you focus on the specific physical details and improvements you want to make. I wanted to break this down in a way that maybe not many people talk about it, and that's the way I see it, guys. And I know a lot of people are interested in LooksMaxxing or becoming the most physically attractive or just attractive versions of themselves, and that's something I personally practice. But yeah, if you guys wanted to learn, from such an Adonis such as myself, that's the advice I have for you today. Hope this helped. Start with the spiritual, and then the physical will just work itself out. Hope this helps, guys, and have a great day.